She's been a great little work companion now that I've been working at home and staying at home.
Hey guys, it's Priyanka, and like most of you, I am at home right now. The past few weeks have been really challenging with the coronavirus outbreak and social distancing, trying to stay healthy, and with this massive disruption to everybody's daily routines. But we wanted to do something to shine a light on all the positive things that are still happening while all of this is going on. So we wanted to start a new segment called Is That Hope I Feel? So as you might have seen online already, a lot of people are signing up in record numbers to adopt and foster dogs and cats, and I was actually in that group myself.
This is Ren. Ren is my foster kitten. She's busy grooming herself. Excuse her. So about a week and a half ago is when I picked up Ren from Best Friends. That was kind of when we were already doing social distancing and working from home. But I actually met her probably like 3 weeks ago when she was way tiny, too tiny to adopt. And she and her siblings and a few other adoptable pets had come into Crooked for a video that we were shooting. But basically, they were adoptable, and me and another one of my coworkers were like, hey, like, let's check this out. Like, gave them our info and kind of looked into this process. And fostering has been great. Like, I didn't really anticipate that we would be in this situation, obviously, of social distancing and quarantining and all of that. But in the time since, it's been so nice to have company. Hi. Even if the company is just most of the time really tired and just like, you know, makes home a little less lonely.
You've probably seen a few stories like this so far on social media and on the internet, but under stay-at-home policies and with social distancing, shelters actually face a greater need than they ever have before. I sat down with Julie Castle of Best Friends Animal Society in LA to hear a little bit more about how shelters are impacted by this and what it is that we can do to help them, whether or not we're able to foster or adopt an animal ourselves.
Can you tell us a little bit about how coronavirus and social distancing and stay-at-home policies are affecting animal shelters?
Just like any other industry, this has totally been disrupted. And what we're seeing is Americans coming together like never before. They are digging in and helping their local shelters, mostly right now through fostering. It's a new normal for us because so many people are working from home, and that presents a whole host of challenges. And so when you think about that and you think about, well, what can I do to help a charity or a cause or a neighbor during this time? The ideal thing is fostering, because in the midst of all this craziness, animals are that one stability we can count on. Like, they have no idea what's going on. And so
Right.
It's great to kind of lose yourself in that pet or that animal or that life you know you're saving. You know, this animal can't care for itself. It doesn't have a voice. And so you're providing that for them. And I think that brings so much comfort to Americans everywhere.
Can we talk a little bit about your facilities? And so are they closed right now, or how is that shutdown kind of affecting you guys?
Today, we have closed all of our life-saving centers to the public, and we've closed our sanctuary to visitors, meaning that we're not still doing life-saving. We are moving our animals into foster homes, and we're still promoting adoption. And just to give you guys some sense of how the public stepped up, at our center in Salt Lake City, we had 30 cats that we needed to find homes for because we were closing down. And literally from 4:45 to 5:15, we had every single cat in a foster home.
Oh my God,
So
that's incredible.
yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about fostering. So if you kind of see this, or you're thinking about it, and you're like, wait, I'm at home all day, every day for at least the foreseeable future. That's just something I can do. What's your recommendation, like regardless of where you are in the country? How should you go about trying to do that?
So one of the cool things that we have on our website, it's bestfriends.org, is a map of the country. And you can click on any state and any community on that map and find your local shelter. And we're recommending that people reach out to their local shelters for that fostering opportunity because they need it right now. We believe that the only way we're going to get through this crisis is neighborhood by neighborhood. And so what we've activated is our action team, which is thousands of volunteers across the country to go door to door with a little kindness card that talks about, do you need help with pet food? Do you need help walking your dog?
Oh, wow.
Do you need help fostering? Because our concern is, as people get sick, their concern is going to be, what do I do with my animal? Mm-hmm. And if they're at home alone, they're going to need that support of that neighborhood fabric to really help them out. So we're really promoting this neighborhood by neighborhood concept, and I think it's going to be really needed in the ensuing weeks.
So there are other ways to help too, even if you're like, I don't know if I can adopt, I don't know if I can foster right now. You can help out in your community by stepping up to help your neighbors and people who need help with their pets or will need help.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think we're going to see that more and more. And I think as neighbors get to know each other better and realize that, hey, I just need to babysit this little furry creature for a couple of weeks or whatever. I think Americans are really going to step up to that, and it's going to be we're going to see a lot of great stories come out of that.
Speaking of great stories, I was actually paging through your website before this, and there were some really sweet adoption and fostering stories. I was wondering if there were any from this time that like stand out to you that you've heard that like are really just heartwarming stories of people who have stepped up and fostered or adopted right now.
Here at the sanctuary, it's a place for animals. We have a standing population of about 1,700 animals. And a lot of those animals are special needs animals. And we're seeing people step up to foster, a diabetic cat or a cat with 3 legs, or, animals that might otherwise have been more challenging for us to get into foster. We're starting to see them, move in ways that we've never seen. And so there are so many heartwarming stories around at least our orbit and across the country where people are really keen into something, I think, higher than themselves. And fostering a special needs animal, especially at this time, has been really cool to see.
If this speaks to you, contact your local shelters. There are tons of ways to get involved. And as Julie was telling us, there are tons of ways to help out too, even if you're unable to foster or adopt yourself. That's all for this week, but if you have any other stories that you think we should cover, other things that are uplifting or made you feel hope in the past few weeks, let us know. Maybe we can cover it for next time. Thanks for watching.